Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be making a hobby base using some really simple and easy to get hold of materials. We're going to be using some milliput to raise the surface of the base to create some dips and troughs, if you like. We're going to be using different sizes of hobby sand that will give us different textures when we actually paint the base. We'll be using Gale Force 9 hobby glue. You can use the Army Painter glue or any other glue that you actually like using, but we are sticking to super glue for the simple reason that I find that the best to actually glue down the sand as opposed to using white PVA glue. Okay, so first of all I'm mixing the milliput 50-50. It comes in two slabs and we cut exactly the same amount of the putty from each of the slabs, and then we mix them for several minutes, and once they're mixed we can place them on the base. Now I'm placing down the super glue and I'm just dipping it in that fine buff sand that I got from goblingaming.co.uk, and again I'm just dipping it in the fine sand. And then what I'll do in a short while, once I've covered the whole base in the fine sand, I'll add a little bit of the thicker sand or gravel, whatever you want to call it, onto the base. And when you actually come to paint the base and then dry brush it, the different textures of sand will look much more realistic than using just one size of sand on the base. I mentioned earlier that I don't actually use PVA glue, and the reason for this is I don't find that over time that it lasts too well. Sometimes you can find that even with good quality PVA glue that it splits and cracks, and some parts of it may come away from the base, but with super glue it's going to last a very long time on the base, and it's going to glue nice and solid. As I mentioned a moment ago, now I'm adding some of the thicker grain of sand, and it's just going to create a different texture when we come to painting. Now we're going to add some rocks to the base. Just a few rocks are needed really, just that when we paint the base up it'll just add just a little bit of a decorative touch to the base. And we can obviously paint the base in like a muddy colour and then paint the rocks in maybe grey, and it will just add a different element to the base. In part 2 we'll be showing you how easy it is to paint up a base for your miniatures, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll catch you in the next one.